are you guys feeling ready to introduce your show in 30 seconds?
Yeah, we're ready.
Lovely. And
Absolutely.
the elevator pitch, if you've not listened in before, is a fun little challenge that Ian and I like to set people, with the idea being that if you were stuck in an elevator with these people for 30 seconds, how could they sell their show to you? Right, let's have the jingle and then I'll give you the countdown.
This is Barbara's elevator pitch.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
So, The Divine Move is a Victorian period piece set in Blackwood Manor that follows two brothers, Arthur and Augustus Blackwood, as their family hangs on the brink of inheritance. The arrival of family friends and their enigmatic guests sets in motion a dangerous game where love, duty and ambition threaten to ruin one last summer of peace before life changes forever. They are not the choosing kind, but this summer, the freedom to choose matters more than anything.
Ooh, and you still had 4 seconds left. Well done, guys. That was brilliant.
Well done, yeah.
Thank you.
Excellent, yeah. I'm just thinking the two ladies might need to move a bit nearer the mic when they're talking, so we don't lose any volume, you know. But yes, so well, Barbara, what would you like to ask them?
Well, first of all, I love the elevator pitch. It sounded a little bit like I was listening to an audiobook. It sounds a bit like one of those murder mysteries. I don't know if it is a murder mystery. We're about to find out what it is, but it's got that kind of essence of old-timey. It makes me think of murder mysteries. It makes me think of, like, Pride and Prejudice for some reason. Okay, you're nodding. I'm saying the right thing. I did read, I had a little look on your Instagram before. Oh, I should say, this is Theatre on Draught, by the way. So if you want to find them, it's Theatre on Draught on Instagram, I would believe.
Yes. Yeah.
And I had a little look, and it was saying that you were inspired when you're at university by plays like The Crucible. So it's kind of got that essence of that sort of vibe. Do you want to elaborate a little bit more for us what the feel of the show is and what audiences can expect from it stylistically?
Yeah. Go on, Katie. You take this one.
Well, some of us in third year, we performed the show The Crucible, and we were kind of inspired by doing something that had that sort of period Victorian feel, but was also kind of quite dramatic, but also had sort of grey characters, so characters that weren't, you know, really good or really bad, and characters that the audience could kind of make their own decisions about what they really think about whether maybe they are moral, maybe they're not.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's interesting as well when you create a period piece is how you make that translate for a modern audience, and it was finding those themes that a modern audience can relate to. So themes like power, responsibility, choice, and I think these characters are all characters that people will relate to and root for. I'm interested to see who an audience roots for throughout the piece. I think it might change. So yeah, really exciting.
Yeah. Lovely. And I believe that, I mean, you haven't introduced yourselves properly yet, which we really ought to know who we're speaking to here. I believe that you obviously, you said you co-created this at university, but do you want to tell us a little bit more about your roles and who's performing in it, maybe who's directing, who's writing? Who do we have in the studio?
So we have 3 members of Theatre on Draught, our theatre company that we created this year after graduating last year. And we've got 8 people working on this project.
Wow.
So it's hard getting everyone in a room, but when we're all in the room together, it's really nice. So our friend Rhys Tomlinson is producing. Our friend Ben Wilson, Tobias Wilson, as his stage name is helping direct. And me, Ollie Francis, I wrote and helping direct and also starring in the piece. I swear I'm not greedy. It's just the way it's happened.
It's just classic Fringe theatre,
Classic
isn't it?
Fringe.
Fringe theatre, you get people mucking in and you get someone doing the producing and the stage management, and then next thing they're playing a character role as well, and then they're choreographing a dance sequence and whatever. I'm not saying your piece is a dance sequence. But it's just
It's a bit like having your own company, isn't it? Where you're the cleaner, you're the director, chief salesman.
Exactly. So who else do we have?
So I'm Kate Jordan-Linton, and I'm also a co-founding member of Theatre on Draught, and I am an actor that's starring in The Divine Move. I'm playing Penelope Prescott.
And I'm Emma O'Malley. I'm also a co-founder of Theatre on Draught, and I'm going to be playing Cora Hale.
No spoilers.
Right. So, Ollie, you're not acting in it, you're directing.
I am also acting in it.
Oh, yes, of course, you said you were acting in it. So what part are you playing?
I'm playing Augustus Blackwood.
Ooh, okay. I love the names. They really do have that kind of, that period feel to them, don't they?
It's a bit Sherlock Holmes to me, because Lord Blackwood was in one of the films, wasn't he? Sherlock Holmes films. Mm.
So how did you go about developing this play?
So originally, Katie and Ollie and a few other members of the group did it for their third year devising piece. So when we decided that we wanted to redo it, it needed rewriting and redeveloping, and Ollie took on the reins and started to kind of make it feel more of its time, I think, with the language and the structure. And when we came together and rehearsed, we also had that collaboration. There's a real personal feel to each of our characters, because we have found things and been able to say, oh, I think my character might react this way or say this. So it's been a really nice collaborative experience as well.
Yeah, it was really nice, because looking back in hindsight, like, at all the work that we've done, because we've probably been working on this project for best part of a year and a half, like starting with a third year devising project where obviously we said we were inspired by like the plays of like The Crucible, Little Women, all of these epic period dramas where really interesting complex characters and plot twists, and like we said, like seeing who the like audience roots for. And I think we were really proud of what we created at uni in such a short time, and we were like, well, maybe we could do it again and make it better. And we sort of set ourselves the challenge of like, how do we rewrite this, and how do we present this to an audience that is no longer our like peers and our tutors, but people that want to see theatre and they want to feel and experience something, and how can we portray that? And like Emma said, like working with a new team and like, you know, building new characters and new plot points and that stuff, I've been really grateful to work on it with these guys, and it's been really, really like moving to see the work that we've put in and just how much these characters and this plot like means to us. And I think we're really excited to see what audiences think about it.
Yeah, definitely. I think I was quite interested in what you were saying about the fact that the characters, the modern audience can still relate to the characters. And I think that is quite a challenging thing when, certainly if you read an epic drama or if you watch an epic, like a TV show or whatever it is, it can sometimes feel a little bit like that character is really far away from you. So how have you found that process of keeping that feel stylistically but also trying to relate it to a modern audience?
I think sort of in any period of time, I think characters, you know, they feel the same things that we still feel today. And I think when we stripped it back, it was like, it's a coming of age story. And I think that that's what we sort of embodied first and foremost. And, you know, through the fancy language and things like that, you know, we kind of added that sort of later on. First we were like, well, how does this character feel in this situation when something, you know, so simple happens, you know, such as, you know, issues with family or issues with friendships. These are all things that happen, you know, in these times, and history repeats itself constantly. And I think that, again, with a personal feel on our characters, we were kind of like, we wanted to make it feel like these characters are people that we actually want to play as well. And I think being able to have that feel on it, like, okay, so I want to play someone that feels like this, and I can relate to that because this is how I felt in this situation, this is how they would have felt years ago. And it feels like it's that simple.
I absolutely love that, a coming of age story, but then with the feel of Little Woman.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking about all the coming of age stories that I was reading growing up, mostly John Green, like The Fault in Our Stars, that sort of feel, but then translating that into kind of older language. I might have to get myself a ticket. If we wanted to get a ticket, where can audiences get their tickets? I assume it will all be on the Fringe website.
Yes.
And do you want to just let us know the key dates and times, where we can go, how much are tickets?
Yeah. So we'll be at the King's Arms from the 5th to the 7th of July. The Sunday, the 5th, is a matinee at 3 o'clock. The Monday and the Tuesday are 7 o'clock. And tickets are £10, £8 for concessions.
Amazing.
Wonderful. Sounds. It was really nice to meet you all on the media day at the King's Arms a few weeks ago. So I think it was all 5 of you there, wasn't there? At the time? Yeah. So that was really nice. So you weren't sure who was coming in, but it was
quite decided.
Nice to have met you and everything. And thank you for coming in today.
Thank you for
talking to us about the Greater Manchester Fringe. And yes, it sounds like we might have to get a ticket for that.
I think so. Do we have to dress up though? Do I need to come in a bonnet and?
Oh, I'd love it. Yeah, definitely.
Will you be wearing bonnets and period
we will
dress?
be dressed up.
Oh, I might have to get myself a ticket for that one.
I'd have to wear a bonnet.
Yeah, a bonnet in.